Well, if it's Tuesday, we're in the collector's attic.
We are.
But besides having toys in our attic, we're not in the attic because we're here at the workbench because what I've been showing you the last couple of weeks is workbench stuff.
Work to be done.
Work to be done because I want to have this on a track and stuff so you can see how that works. This is yet another Hobbytown.
Oh, neat.
We saw those Hobbytown F3 units. This is an RS... I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. I think it's an RS3, but then somebody's going to correct me. I've always called it an RS3, and I'm pretty sure it is an RS3. It's definitely an RS. But so if you want to climb into the comment windows instead of saying you're an idiot, it's not a, just say no, it's an RS2, it's an RS4. I don't know what. I'm pretty sure it's an RS3. But because it looks like a covered wagon, it's an RS. But I've always loved this little guy, and in this case it does have the Hobbytown cast metal body, but because everything is cast metal, take a feel of that.
Oh my goodness, that little guy's heavy.
And so boy does that give you the tractive effort because A, it's a really smooth mechanism. It's got helical gears, and here on the bottom you can see that it's got this cover plate that exposes the helical gears that goes up to a little tower and U-joint that feeds the motor. It's the most clever system that anybody ever put together to run an HO scale system. And it's so smooth. Now this one has got a little hitch and skid along because it hasn't been running many years. But typically when these are dialed in right, you can set the locomotive on the track and just slide it along and the wheels will turn and it'll just turn the motor over. Because the gear mechanism and everything is so smooth. So talk about a smooth running setup. This one too, just like the F3s, isn't quite finished for the same reason that it's got a gaping hole in the front where the headlight goes. But back 30 years ago, headlights were a little trickier piece of business and trying to make them look just right and everything. These days is much simpler. So here again, I want to finish this guy, put glass in the windows, and a few of those little things that never quite got done. But there it is, a Hobbytown RS, I believe, 3.
Nice.
But isn't that neat?
That's beautiful.
It's a diesel era that I actually approve of. I'm not all that keen on diesels.
No, you like
as we
steam.
know. I like steam. But just at that one time when diesels were challenging steam and those early diesels were coming out, I love those really early diesels.
Exactly.
Some of them like that are just really...
They're fun.
And Hobbytowns are just, they're neat and fun to find, and they're kind of few and far between, a little bit tricky to find. They were made in the 50s and 60s, and they weren't that popular then. They were popular with crafty people. A lot of Ralph's brass engines. He's got these really nice brass diesels and stuff, and you roll them over, and he's put a Hobbytown chassis. He's thrown away the original, because a lot of those brass engines don't run for stink.
Oh, I've heard that.
And most of his diesels have Hobbytown mechanisms in them, and the whole Hobbytown chassis underneath his really nice brass engine.
Wow.
I started a similar project with some E-units. They're in a box upstairs, all in bare brass and semi-taken apart and need soldering. Those are really far gone. But I've got the Hobbytown mechanisms and the brass shells and everything.
There you go.
Maybe when these are done, maybe someday, maybe not.
We'll get busy.
We'll get busy. There's always a project.
Always.
Quite often, too.
Around with us, yeah.
With us, yeah, we get round to it, and then eventually, but
projects and projects.
Things eventually get done, and these projects have been on the bench for 30 years, so they're going to get done.
They're going to get done.
They're going to get done.
Right.
Well, if you haven't been over to the channel, do pop over there and binge watch. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe and then binge watch.
Exactly.
And the easy way to subscribe is to click on the blue button and then the notification bell so that you'll also get notified. But here comes the blue subscribe button. You ready for it? Zoink, the blue button right there. Well, we're not sure how you found this movie on the internet. We hope you didn't find it boring, and we will see you here on Sunday with some driving around foolishness.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.